Today I wanted to train you guys on niche. I've been doing a lot of one-on-one calls with people, more along the lines of a discovery call, and just to see how I can help them with their business. And I always ask one question, and not very many people give me the answer straight away. And then I have the absolute pleasure of being able to kind of ask a few extra questions, and then you give me the answer. And it's to do with your niche. So I would love you guys, let me know if you've heard of the word niche. Some people call it niche, we call it niche over here in Australia, and the importance of it. So what basically a niche is it's your kind of area. It's kind of like your target audience, right? The demographic really, really defined, like extremely defined down. So as you can see with mine, for example, since I relaunched my brand this year as my training business, my niche is specifically for women in midlife, which is generally a stage of perimenopause onwards. Midlife generally can start from 35, and that's kind of like me niching right down, because I wanted to be able to wear my hat as a life and performance coach as well as a certified business trainer. I wanted to put them both together so I could really help women in that season of life strategize for their business, help their business grow while we deal with these lovely hot flashes and not remembering why we walked into a room in the first place. So I kind of wanted to come at it from both angles. So that's my niche. And see how it's really quite defined. Now, if you are, for example, a question I ask people all the time, maybe they're in cooking or food or utensils or something like that, and I'd say, what's your niche? And they'd say, well, people. Or if you're in the beauty industry, people would say, women. It's like, yeah, but who? What do they do? Like, what do they do in their social life? Do they have kids? Where do they live? Like, I'm really wanting you guys to niche down, because the more that you can work out your niche and your target market, then you know who, when you're doing your post or doing your live or speaking to people, then you know who you're talking to, right? So I've got 3 questions here if you're like, I don't even know where to start. And these are questions that I run through with my clients, okay? So the first question is, who do you serve? Okay, so I'll give you a second to write that down, or maybe you'll have to come back to it. But the first question is, who do you serve? So serve, meaning who do you help, right? So who are you there for? Women, men, both, what age, where are they from, do they have kids, do they work full-time, are they stay-at-home mums, are they tradies that work on construction sites? Like, who do you serve? Okay, so the second question is, what problem do you solve? This is a big one. I don't like using the words pain points, but you've probably heard that before. Pain point is very negative, and I'm all about fixing things and overcoming things, just like I swap out the word struggle for the word challenge, right? It just sounds better. It's more positive. So I like to say, what problems do you solve as such? So you're a fixer. So what can you fix for people? Maybe I use quite a lot of examples of cake decorators, and I don't know why. I always have ever since I started training on this topic, and I can't cook at all. I think that's probably why. And let's just say that people want, they want healthy cake options for their kids instead of ones that are loaded with sugar, right? That would be a specific, what problem do you solve there, okay? So this particular cake maker doesn't use sugar and uses monk fruit sweetener and things like that. So what problem do you solve? I help mums with healthier options for cakes for school birthdays, for example, okay? So what problem do you solve? And now again, if you're in like the beauty industry, the food industry, something like that, I don't want you just to say, I add some spices to people's or oils to people's food. I help them with taste. Right? It'll be something along the lines of, for the time poor mum, I help them cook food that is X, Y, and Z. All right? So that's where I'm going with that. If you're in the beauty industry, I don't want you to say, I supply clean beauty products so your face won't get an irritation. It's got to go further than that. Right? Do you maybe only have a one-stop shop? Do you have 2-step routine that does cleanse, tone, moisturize, okay? So I want you to think more about, what problem do you solve for that particular target market? And the third one is, what makes you different? Because I guarantee there's a lot of people that do what you do, whether you're in the network marketing direct sales industry, or maybe you're in insurance, or maybe you're in real estate. There's a lot of people that do what you do, okay? What makes you different? And that's my favorite question, because when I ask people that, they go, I don't know. I was on a call with a beautiful woman last week, and I asked her that question, and then she said, I can't answer that right now for you. And then in about 5 minutes, I kind of asked her to describe her business, and I just saw her eyeballs light up on fire. She started talking about how she comes at her business this way, this way, this way, and this is what she does different. I'm like, boom, there it is there, okay? So this might be something that you might need to contact me and go, Loz, I'm stuck. I don't really know. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to ask me the questions. So please just send me a message if you're a bit stuck. So I've got some examples here. So what makes you different? What makes you specifically qualified to serve them? And I don't mean by certification, okay? I don't mean that at all. Maybe you're somebody that tries something first. Maybe you're the cake maker that will try it first, that will work out the ingredients, that will take out all the nasty color dyes, that will try it first with a group of kids, okay? Maybe that's what makes you different. Maybe you're someone that you like to write things out, for example, or maybe you're a visual person, depending on your industry, okay? So what makes you different? Maybe you get up at 6 a.m. every day and you love doing gratitude affirmations, you meditate, you do things like that because you put yourself in a mindset first thing in the morning. So that's the type of thing that you can deliver to your clients because you know how to set up your day. Right? So there's so many different things there. But they're the 3 questions, guys. Who do you serve? What problem do you solve? And what makes you different, specifically different to everybody else? Once you can work out those 3 things, I promise you that's you niching down, and you're going to see that pattern and be like, okay, that's who I need to talk to. Then it is the rebrand time. It's the strategy session. It's the how can I do this? What type of post do I need to do? Let me find my content pillars. That's where I come in to help you guys. And then you can go for gold because you've completely worked out your niche, your brand, and then you will actually be happy to wake up every day and live in that purpose and absolutely kick ass with some business goals. So please, if you have any questions about that, or maybe you've done it and you're like, I don't know what to do, please just send me a message. And whether you do it on email or Facebook, these go on my YouTube as well, Instagram, wherever, and I'm happy to help you guys. All right, have a good Thursday.